Today, I feel I was gonna say bored, but I don't want to go with bored. I want to really talk about how a big part of it's just like a big part of everything that I'm feeling right now is some semblance of a grief cycle or some semblance of a loss cycle. And I'm like, but what have I lost? And then, reminder, you live with ghosts, so there's no humans around. But then I'm just like, even my interests, I'm I'm not interested in my interests. And my interests are very available to me, but I can't really access them. And I'm like, what would make this better? Right? Like, I'm up, it's like 8 in the morning. I'm just trying to get this done. This felt like a escape, and now it feels like a job. And I'm like, okay, this feels like I'm doing something wrong because I don't want it to feel like a job. But I'm like, oh, it won't feel like a job if I have like a house of my own and real weed. And I think that's where it always comes back to me and my canna baby. But I'm just like, I'm not doing fog free February or whatever I was talking about. Not whatever I was talking about. I know what I was thinking. And what I was thinking was, I don't like that I don't like whatever. I don't want to get too like in my, again, the whole is the year of the hotep, but I don't trust what they're like whatever cannabis they're sending in the mail. I don't trust it, and I don't even think it's like not cannabis and some sort of something. I think it is. I just think it's like ditch weed. I think it's like dirt weed. I think it's cheap and mass produced, and this is why we should really have paused, nuanced, thoughtful conversations about federally legalizing this type of substance, because nicotine, or not even nicotine, tobacco has such a nasty reputation when it's such a beautiful like plant. Like, it's such a strong and resilient plant, and I have deep attachment to tobacco. And so when I see what the tobacco industry has become, and cigarettes and nicotine, I'm like, ew, that's so gross. And then when I'm like, whatever fucking weed this is that I'm smoking, that I know, I don't want to get into the science of the THCs and the delta numbers and the terpenes and the cannabis, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't care. Please shut the fuck up. I don't care. But like, past that, just based on the vibes and the somatic feeling, because I really do trust my soma. I'm like, I don't trust what this new weed is that's about to hit the, like, whatever's about to hit the scene. I don't trust it. I'm like, I don't know what they're doing to it, but they're about to do to it what they've done to tobacco, because people don't fuck with tobacco no more, and people are, they fuck with vapes a lot, and that's a whole different conversation. But it's just, we're just talking about a substance, and when we talk about that substance, these are just like my feelings on it, because I'm like, yeah, this don't feel normal and good. And so when I start thinking about that, I just think, why am I here? Why am I over here? Why did I come back? Why did I leave? Why why didn't it work out? Like, it's just so many, it's not even questions. They're just mini tantrums where I'm like, oh, this shit fucking sucks, bro. Like, it sucks. Like, it sucks, and there's nothing that can be done about it. It's just, it is what it is. These are the choices that I've made, and this is the life that I've chosen. And so if this is the life that I've chosen, like, this the look of this is like, yeah, that's why people believe you're 52, because your boobs are hanging so low. And there's like no way to actively fix this, the setup. And that's part of what I'm talking about, where I'm like, I can't even, I have the vision. I see it in my head. I understand what I would want it to look like. I understand what I would want it to be. I understand, like, I understand everything. But then it's just like, no, that's not happening right now. And then is it ever going to happen? Because I've been thinking about it for years, decades even. And here we are at the beautiful ripe age of 35, 52, 47, 99. Why are we, I like trains. I miss trains. I feel like every day I'm detached from myself and I'm detached from my life. And the choice to detach from my life is to not feed my life to the zombie ghosts, because the ghosts that live in the house are zombies. So the thing about zombie ghosts is that the zombie thinks like it's a ghost, but it thinks it's a zombie because it's both dead. So it's like, no, I'm a real human. And then I'm like, no, you're undead. And so they're like, oh, okay, I guess I could be an undead creature like a vampire. But I'm like, well, no, you're hiding a zombie bite, but I can tell that you're moving like a ghost because you're leaking ectoplasm all through the house. And then you have that like really chilling effect when you walk by, where it's like, oh yeah, you're like a ghost person. However, you're like, no, I'm not a ghost person. I am a vampire because I'm powerful and I'm strong and I'm gonna live forever. And I'm like, no. You're already dead. But the thing about it is, you think that I don't know about the zombie bite that you're hiding. And now I'm beginning to wonder if you know about the zombie bite, because I could see the effects of the zombie bite. And I've also seen glimpses of the zombie bite. You haven't shown me the zombie bite, so I don't know for sure what the zombie bite looks like. But I think I see, like, you seen a couple zombie bites, you know what a zombie bite looks like. And so I'm trying to explain that what you have is a zombie bite, but you don't believe me. And so because you don't believe that it's a zombie bite, you're existing as a ghost who can't cross over, but you got bit by a zombie, so you're turning into a zombie. But you understand the undead part, but you believe that you're a vampire. So the dissonance and the denial has got you stuck, child. It's crazy. And so now you smell weird and you're leaking out, and it's like, I don't know what we do here. Do we put you down? Do we send you over to the other side? Do you need the thing about Soul, the movie, is I think those types of stories, I don't know, like, no shit. Like, I just feel like it, because everybody was like mad at Tina Fox. Everybody was mad at Tina Fey. But I'm like, no, Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey did great in that film because they're great actors in that way. But that movie needed like unknowns. Like, it needed, like, you know what I mean? Like, remember when animated films were like mysteries? Like, the thing about them, the mystery and the magic of animation. Like, we didn't have to have two of the most recognizable comedy actors in modern media play these characters when we're trying to tell such we're just trying to tell such an astute and, I don't know, thoughtful story. Like, my favorite thing about that film is that the veil between life and death is so thin. Like, I tell it all the time, life and death are not at odds. So you should not be afraid of death any more that you're afraid of life. And you shouldn't be afraid of either, because neither are things you can control. And so just experience them as they come. The moments of life that they come on and experience them. Have fun, party. And the moments of death that come, because the death moments, they're sad and they're stinky. And if you don't, like, face it, you're turned into a ghost zombie vampire. And that dynamic of undead concoction makes you smell bad. And shout out to Dr. Allie on Twitter. I don't know what we would do without the human brain, where people think about things and then they really care about them. So they spend a lot of time reading and learning about them. And then they have to write about them, which signifies that they have ingested and properly learned. Like, I wouldn't write in my journal if I knew my mother was reading it. What's wrong with y'all? But then the whole thing is, we're not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. And if I stop judging, I realize I have a lot less to say, and that's why I'm here every day except for Wednesday.